But this is the second semi-final of the day. Here is Life, 20 years old, or 21 in the meantime, I'm not too sure, we will see it soon. He defeated Romantic 2-1. What an early game we saw there on AZ. So much pressure after some mistakes in the early game, man.
Romantic gave him good opportunities, we have to say.
Yeah, but Life made mistakes as well, so that was not the best that we've ever seen.
I mean, he lost on LR, where he went for the Warden pressure build. Again, going outside, you know, the super standard Demon Hunter counter expansion play. But when he plays standard, damn, he wrecked Romantic. And also standard against Lin. And that I felt was even more impressive, because Lin didn't really make mistakes, but he won 2-0, and it seemed to be pretty decisively as well.
Yeah, I agree. Here we have him. He made it pretty far in AWL and also Bamboo Cup, but he had to forfeit both games because he was sick those days. His, oh my god, 76% win rate against Human on this sheet here at least. Not bad, man, not bad.
And against Romantic, we saw why. Maybe not if he plays Warden. But if he goes for the standard, man, scary, scary. We had a bit of a bug in game, apparently. I don't know which bug they were referring to, so we're gonna have a regame. I'm gonna start in a moment.
And there's TH. Everybody knows him, the final WCG champion in the grand finale against Moon. An unbelievable game. Legendary player, of course, one of the best humans of all time. Haven't seen too much success of his recently though. Always makes it decent-ish far. Reach the playoffs all the time. Sometimes eliminated by Infi, sometimes 1-2-0. But he's always a force to be reckoned with. He defeated Moon to 1-2-0. That was his way into the playoffs. And he was quite happy about it, especially when he defeated Moon in the winner bracket semifinal. We saw rare emotions from China. And maybe that shows how important this still is to him.
Alright. Here we have the two side by side. No, we don't. Just kidding. We still are in the player booth. There he is, illuminated. The man with the glorious beard. And what's his win rate looking like? Against Night Elf, pretty damn good.
We gotta admit, yeah, our percentages are a little different. I don't know where they get these stats from. It's like 72%, 71% for TH against Night Elf here, 67% against Live. And I mentioned this before, like, he eliminated him from last GCS. He ended his run in Robam, and he ended his run in Mo Cup, where Live reached the two first grand finals of his life. But that is more than a year ago. GCS, of course, was in summer, so that's a little closer. But since then, Live seemed to have impressed everybody. Still TH, one of the 5 big favorites. 3 of them are already out. He could be the 4th. And we see the picks and bans. Live bans Turtle Rock, TH bans Ancient Isles, and we start on Amazonia.
Right, very standard. Sometimes humans will decide to ban Twisted instead of AI, but TM, especially because of the strong Warden, feared. But that's really Life's strength, so very understandable bans by both. And yeah, we start on AZ. Can Life repeat his success? Can he continue to look so strong? Against Romantic, when he played the standard, when he played the Demon Hunter, he had easy games. When he went towards the Warden, it became a lot more difficult. Of course, on AZ, it's Demon Hunter 95% of the time, I want to say. Maybe even more. Certainly no Warden. Nowadays, perhaps we see a Panda, but it is going to be the standard hero build order. And most likely going to be, or almost certainly going to be, the Demon. So, question is he going to invest hard into the Creep Jack? Is he going to try to do a lot of damage early? Is he going to be able to? Against Romantic, it seemed like he had the game won after 5 minutes already.
Yeah. That's true. TH, 27 years old from China, of course. At the moment, 4th best player in the world. Qualified via the first qualifier. I mentioned this before, where he lost the lower bracket semifinal. That didn't really count. Against Focus 2-0. Apart from that, his year not too successful. 4th in NSL at the moment. AWL, he's in the semi-final there, so that's a good run. GCS Summer, he was eliminated in the lower bracket round 2. Same for AWL. CIG, was a not that high stake tournament. He was eliminated in the quarterfinals there as well. GCS Fall was his best GCS performance with the 4th place. He could repeat that with a win over Live here. 72% win rate is pretty sick against Live. He is at the moment 8-4 in scores, but we'll see if that helps him here.
All right. I hope for TH's sake he has watched the games in Romantic and is aware how dangerous this can be. Don't let your Archmage drop too low, man. Don't give the opportunity to the Demon Hunter. Early items here for the Demon can also be pretty damn helpful. Honestly, almost anything he finds here, especially if he goes for Immolation, is nice. And already the Archer is moving out, looking for some Shadow Priest pickups. Ring of Protection, not really what the Demon wants, but again, with Immolation can still be pretty damn nice. No footy towards the top to keep this pull from happening. So he's gonna get the Shadow Priest over there. Archmage gonna be level 2 in a moment, same as the DH. And then we're gonna be probably in for some fiery times.
Very interesting here already. Live against Romantic in the group stages. He fucked up that pull. Maybe he was nervous as it was the first map of the tournament for him. This time he seems to be a little more confident. Archmage gets the claws of attack and a little more HP. That's both really helpful, but the Shadow Priest is really nice against Water Elementals and to give more sustain to the Demon Hunter, who's walking over. More armor, more HP, which is nice for Immolation. And will we see Immolation? That's a great spot for Immolation, as he can hit a lot of units there. How many peasants can he kill?
Oh my god, how much damage is this? Like 70 DPS or something. First peasant is dead. The Water Elemental is gone. Doesn't have another one. It's been taken out by the creeps. Another peasant dies to the creeps as well. Another footy dies. He has to abandon this camp once again. It is Life who can do so much damage here early. And Snare to make matters worse against one of the footies. Doesn't lose him yet, but he gets the Water Elemental kill. The Shadow Priest will pay for this with his life, it seems, yes. But the footy will fall as well. And this expo has been delayed by so much.
Oh my god. He killed every single footman but one. Okay, there's a second one coming now. Wow. He knows how to do these harasses, man. He found the perfect spot to place his Demon Hunter in. There was a little concave of Militia and Footman, and he positioned himself like in the best place possible. Nice. Another Footman dead. No experience for the Demon Hunter, but still. He buys some time with that Footman, with sending him away, buys the time for the Rock Golem. Whereas Life is going towards the shop, getting some shopping done. Finally, TH can set up his expansion after 4 minutes.
With the speed for the Demon Hunter, not going to be aggressive with him, actually goes home to heal up. So it seems like he thought TH was going to take a little bit longer to finally creep this, but he did do it in the meantime. That was a little bit risky, took quite a bit of damage on the peasants, but he got it up. Well, at least he got the camp crept. Is that level 3 for the Archmage? Yes, it is. That's a big deal. He has the mana for Water Elemental now if he needs it. Quite a few archers, 4 of them. We have the Hunter's Hall coming up, and the tech, we have to say, is very late for the Nido.
That's true. Only 40% done at the moment, but of course the Archmage's tech will be a lot later. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a counter expansion here. Or does he want to wreck the expansion with an all-in-ish push? Maybe with Bears. He does have full mana, and there's quite a few targets here, but he doesn't want to lose too much HP to save some Moon Juice, which I think is the more conservative, but right decision. You can't do too many mistakes against a player like TH, so playing it safe is a good idea.
His own counter expansion started coming up just a second ago towards the north, so now even if he doesn't find damage via kills, he wants to keep the human busy down here, wants to buy time for his own Tree of Life to come up. Oftentimes players like Infi will send out one footy for scouting for the Tree of Life, but with all the footies he lost in the early game, can he really afford to do this now?
I don't know. Still no Arcane Tower up, so maybe it could pressure this a little more.
Archers starting to creep here in the middle of the map. Gonna be his level 3 for the 1-1-1 build. There we go, grabs it up. Sentry Ward placed right there. Quite a bit of damage here on this Demon Hunter, but Moonjuice is still looking pretty fine in the main base. Tier 2 is gonna be done in a second, and then we're gonna see the Panda coming out.
It should be pretty early. There's a Wisp Park at the tavern, so you can get it immediately. And maybe then it's the double fire harass that we see so often from Night Elves that on this map. It's so fast to go from the tavern to the humans expansion. There we go. Panda's there, but TH finds a little timing here. He's looking for the Ancients of Lores. There are none at the moment, but he's definitely driving back the Demon Hunter.
And he doesn't have mana either, so can't really hope for the cancels. Again, he lost so many footies early game that he only has 4 at the moment. AM finds the Night Elf here in the middle. Question is this counter expansion just quick enough for the Night Elf, or does he need to do damage to the human at the same time to not be dying to a 70 push later?
Wow, TH's tech is quite fast with this expansion in the back.
Yeah.
And especially thinking like how bad the initial harass was for TH, and having this tech almost done is really helpful.
Nature's Blessing is coming up here, so Life wants to make sure that his expo is going to be done very soon. But as you said, the tech being so fast, we're going to have some cast and perhaps even mortar teams here pretty damn soon out on the map. Only 5 footies left. Oftentimes we will see these human brothers with more, but he's going for more footies even now. 39 supply for TH in the middle of the map. The Wisp will see him. The Panda has already taken out the Rock Golem, one of mana stealing for him. He's level 2, which is nice, but of course level 3 is where he really wants to be.
Naga second. We saw this a lot from TH. How much damage can he do against his expansion? He gets the first archer. He might get the second archer even. Nice block coming out there. And he secures the second kill. Not bad. And this is where the Naga shines. Early tier 2, right-click damage with a lot of control thanks to Frost Arrow. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire though. Massive combo. Also a lot of miss chance on the Footen, but he loses the Engine of War.
Alright. But he buys time. This Tree of Life is still not yet entangling the gold mine when the other Dryads coming out. They might shift this mid-game momentum. Panda in trouble. He's low on mana. He's going to have one more breath here in a moment. And this is also going to be very late tier 3 for the Night Elf. With going for Nature's Blessing and all that.
That's true. Didn't even start it yet. Very interesting choice. Panda has a Breath of Fire now, but it's only level 1 as you know. Man of Mana stealing being used here. Right clicks on the Archmage, but I think the Demon Hunter is clearly losing this trade. With the Naga as a right click hero. Panda's pretty much useless now until he gets the next Breath of Fire, and even then the Dryads though. With the slow, with the poison. This is a forced TP, I guess. Oh, giving over the Boots of Speed. Nice idea, but it won't be enough. It has to be a TP. Can he get the Demon Hunter somehow? No, he's too far away.
Gets a Dryad though. And still, okay, the Expo is coming up now for the Night, but this is pretty damn late. Tier 2 is already done. We have one Sanctum in the main, but not more. So the infrastructure is still lacking for TH. Doesn't have a Shredder, doesn't have a Workshop, and as I said before, only one Sanctum. So it's going to be a while until he has that big army.
Also, not too much SimCity at TH's expansion. Like, usually you want some farms in front of this. I mean, he does have the Blacksmith, who is quite a big tank as a building, if you might say so, against bears, but a lot of players play it way more carefully. Also, there's no shop at the expansion. It's being constructed in the main now. Double Arcane Sanctum, no Workshop. Is he going for a Rifleman? Yes, he does have some Rifleman as a transition. Or maybe he just goes all Rifleman mode, which are quite nice, but not that great. And after 9 minutes 30, the expansion's finally starting for Life. 20,000, of course, in there. 17,000. It's an okay timing for Life still.
But shouldn't it be faster? Considering how much he delayed the early expansion going for the Archmage. Now he doesn't have a TP. Mana burn, focus fire. Oh my god, is this the kill out of nowhere? No, potion keeps him alive. Also has the invul. He's just clicking away at the Archmage, but he will make it to the backline to safety. At least for a little bit. Demon Hunter in trouble as well. Getting slowed down. He has the boost of speed though. Will get away. Naga now in trouble. Footy's trying to block. Panda in focus fire on the opposite side. But this Naga so squishy on level 1. Something was transferred to her. It's the invul and... Alright, everything remains alive here.
Life taps out!
Okay.
What the hell?
I guess he thought he needed to do more damage there. He was far away from Master Bears and was pretty likely that a 70 push was coming soon.
That's true. Very anticlimactic. And TH wins the first map here. Fairly easy, I might say. Like, there wasn't too much done.
I think the tech was too late. Why was that tech so late? He went for 4 archers and a Shadow Priest, but does that account for such a late tech? I think 3 Moonwells as well. So that's a lot. 3 Moonwells, 4 archers, and a Shadow Priest before the tech.
And Nature's Blessing.
Yeah, that was after the tech, of course, but,
but
tier 3 tech,
Tier 3 tech, I mean, yeah.
But I think the issue there was having the Panda and the Dryad so late. That was
Also,
the
I think
painful
TH
thing.
found a nice timing with his Archmage position. So usually you want to buy the Panda, you want to go to the expansion, you want Breath of Fire Immolation, get the 2 towers gone there. That's why he had 4 archers, I guess, as well. But with TH being right in his face, right into his went right into his main base, the Panda couldn't really power creep because he was busy all the time. He got to level 2, yeah, but that's it. Couldn't do damage to the expansion at all. TH didn't have to tower up, didn't have to invest a lot into his defenses, and yeah, the backlash would have been horrible in like 2 or 3 minutes. So Life doesn't want to waste his time and just tapped out, winning game 1.
Yeah, also there, of course, he drove the human back from the expo, just too much damage in that first harassment, and that's such a big deal. But then he went back to his side of the map, got the boost of speed, and even took the time to heal up. And during that time, then TH could creep up his expo, and I think that was a little too much freedom given. Could have been more punishing, more damaging, even more against the human.
And Amazonia is like one of pretty good Night Elf map. It's not like a guaranteed win or a super high win rate, but it's still one of the better Night Elf maps as expanding is so hard.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Life just seems to be so effective with that. The immolation harass, I mean, it's always damage. It's always like 3-4 peasants dead. Yeah. But it's not always that the human has to run away from the camp.
Yeah, that buys so much time.
But that happened here, but it wasn't good enough. I wonder if it was just the tech or if we're missing something here.
Demon Hunter was super low. I don't really recall the Moon Juice situation. Maybe it was all low. But still he was tier 2. Maybe he didn't have a shop. A lot of question marks there, and it takes some time. Here come the invites. Last Refuge is next.
All right. Much easier fast expansion map for TH to go for, so that's a weight off his shoulders.
Like, why would he pick LR?
Yeah.
If he was Life's choice, why would he pick LR?
If he was a good tier 1 siege player, I would understand, but that failed horribly.
Yeah. Also, he tried to go for a Warden in a match against Romantic.
Siege. Yeah.
And boy, that was not top tier level 1 play. Not even remotely close.
One of the many games where we saw an Ancient of War deny in the first camp.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the normal Night Elf play here would be double Ancient of War. Would be double Engine of War, Panda or Beastmaster or Demon Hunter, and then push with APs, maybe even Glaive Throwers, to deny that expansion. Life seems to be the strongest when he can just play Demon Hunter, Dryads, Bears.
You can play that here, but the map doesn't really lend itself to that, because if you go 2 base versus 2 base, it's very narrow, and that's not what you want to have with like 10 bears. It's just going to be so much ineffective supply.
It's perfect for mortar teams, though. You have a good amount of breakers, they block everything, so the bears block either each other or are blocked by the breakers, and the mortar team's standing in the back, just shooting at them, especially at the Dryads. They kill them off 1-1.
If you do get a fast counter expo, though, as the Night Elf, you should be able to, like, let's say the human has around 6 to 10 supply advantage on a big map like AZ where everything is open. Doesn't matter, your bears reach all the time. Yeah. On a map like this, you really find yourself in trouble. But if you're even in all regards, then this map might still be decent enough for you as Night Elf. Yeah. And you can counter expand here early, but the places where you can do it are pretty much known. So I hope we're going to see better footy scouting against the fast expansion, because that could be a way to victory for TH. I mean, he already found a way on map number 1, where I thought, oh man, getting the fast expo cancelled, that's so painful, but made it work.
Indeed. TH played this map against Moon as well, and he won that map. I think it's quite hard to compare the matches.
He's not going to play Beastmaster. Life's never going to play Beastmaster.
No. Yeah, that's exactly like Moon and Life. They play so different, so it's really hard to compare. He lost the map against Foggy, which was a Warden Panda play. So if I would be Life's coach, I would not suggest him to go that Warden again. So it should be different as well.
Yeah. I think it was clearly visible that the Warden is outside his comfort zone.
Yeah.
In his game where he played her once.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought, all right, you know what, one's looking pretty good by this player Foggy, but better practice it a little first on Netties, I would say.
Okay. I think we're getting ready. The players are ready, just waiting for the go from the Chinese production. Man, Life kind of has to win this. It's his map choice, otherwise TH has 3 match points. And when do you ever see TH lose 3 maps in a row? I mean, yeah, Moon made it work in NSL. There was a 3-0. But apart from that, super rare.
But if Life plays as solid as we've seen before, perhaps it is possible. But of course, doesn't want to be forced into this position. Map number 2 right around the corner. I think it's going to speak a lot to his state of mind here for Life. If he feels like very confident, then maybe he really does go for the double Angel of War again, saying, yeah, you know what, I didn't play that so well, but I can make it work now.
Yeah. Yeah, as we said, he was a little shaky in the first set against Romantic. Fucking up the mercenary pulls, losing wisps before the detonating against the Archmage, not against the Water Mantle, so there were many, many mistakes on Live's side in the first series, so maybe we shouldn't compare this as well. We see them again! Will it be... yes, I think he has to win this, otherwise it's gonna be a super tough road for him. And TH, I think he can be quite confident now, taking AZ, which is a hard map for Human, now playing on LR, which could be a good map for him. Let's see.
And in we go. So, what with Life we can pretty much take as a certainty is that it's not going to be a neutral hero, but rather an Altar of Elders right away. He surprised us here a couple of days ago greatly with the Warden. Is he going to do it again? Would be quite the statement. I don't think so, though. He doesn't quite look as crisp with that hero. His Demon Hunter play is so strong. Why should he need to go to the Warden? Well, one reason is when you go for Demon Hunter play, oftentimes it's going to be 2 base versus 2 base, and this is a very narrow map that can be troublesome for the big late game fights. On the other side of the map, for TH, how quickly is he going to take his expansion? Is it going to be an instant expansion? With that, the AM could be stuck on level 2 for a long time, which is in and of itself trouble enough. And alright, no Warden shenanigans this time, we are going with the Blind Man.
We all agree to this choice. I mean, except for entertainment purposes, this is what we would have suggested him to. Warden can be more entertaining, but the Demon Hunter is so well-rounded, and if you don't feel comfortable playing a Warden, then don't do it. Looks easy, is actually a little harder to pull off than it looks like. So, Archmage will pop out in a second, and then we see TH's direction. He can go for the green camp, he can go for the mercenary camp, or he can go for an instant expansion. Most likely, I think he's going for the instant expansion. Less likely, he's going for the Merc camp. On the other side, we have the first circlet for the Demon Hunter, and he just picks up the item and runs over with the first Wisp here as well. He wants to pull the Mercs. Oh, that can be bad.
One of them gets ensnared, and that one's gonna die, but still should be able to take out the rest of the camp. If he gets the Ogre kill here with the mana burn, that would be crazy, but he's too far away. Can't make that work. No. Not possible. AM is going to get the last hit on the big one on the Ogre. How many peasants are in trouble here? Is he actually going to go for Immolation? Looks like he's chasing the AM. This is going to be the mana burn.
Could be mana burn, yeah.
Not using his skills yet. He's still thinking about it, perhaps.
Could also be evasion, but I don't see any misses, so not very likely. I don't know, interesting choice. He gets the Water Elemental, that is big experience, and maybe even, wow, 2 big kills here. Instant level 2 for him. Archmage still level 1.5.
He gets this one as well. That would have, this Archmage would have been level 1 forever.
Yeah.
But he gets it. And the AM is low HP, man. That is a big deal. Humans don't have Moonwells, they don't have Heal Selves. They may have Regen Scrolls, but they don't want to go for that first. And now the Demon can just chase and chase more damage onto the AM, below 100 HP almost. And we still haven't seen evasion, mana burn or immolation, yeah.
The 2 tech for life has started.
Players' forces are under attack.
So that's quite fast.
much faster this time than the first time around. No Shadow Priest in this game. Boots of speed for him. He's going to heal up in the main base. He didn't use any mana before, so he's going to have very effective healing. He is going to be almost full health. Oh, he is going to be full health, and now moving south again. How much more damage can he do? AM had to go for the Boots of speed. Sold the teleport even.
I think
pretty ballsy.
He didn't use mana burn because that uses his mana, of course, and then he has less Moonwell juice to heal his health up, because replenishing mana is very, very costly when it comes to Moon Juice.
But now the peasant's in trouble. AM, how much can he really do? He has the movement speed advantage, so he can shoot a few fireballs from afar, but needs to be careful all the time. Oh, it's true, he also has boots, and that was a long-range mana burn, so finally we do see it. Running into the creeps here, forcing an ensnare, but not too much will come of this. And actually, good defense here, not a single peasant has been lost.
Also the Archmage not getting more hits. I don't know if he gets a shop already, but he needs to keep a few footmen alive. Nice block, almost, but the boots, man. There's no hope for this footman.
What a good item. Bam! Gets the kill. Archmage is running away. The archers are towards the expansion. This sentry ward. Oh, it's the humans! So actually the archers can't hide. Beautiful sentry placement.
Yep.
But they can still run. They can't hide, but they can run.
Archmage coming back in. With another sentry ward, another water elemental as well. But now he has to run. Whoa, big right hand from the Demon Hunter. And there's, I think, a counter expansion coming.
A player's forces are under attack.
Up and left.
The Knight of Tier 2 is almost done. Even Naga shows up here. This may very well be the kill.
Didn't forget about the Hunter Soul. Demon Hunter harassing again. The shop, the tower is almost finished though. And footmen are there. It's a panda again.
And now, without an Archmage supporting this, without level 3 anywhere close, anywhere in sight for the human, this can be so much damage towards the Expo. Boom! Here comes the first Breath of Fire. Only 4 footies here against it. He's gonna lose one of them. And the peasants are looking very exposed. There's an Arcane Tower here that gets rid of the mana. But the right click from the Demon Hunter might be scary enough. These footies have to hold the line.
Yeah, but how? They're already low, 50%. Next Breath of Fire feeds the panda a little more. Demon Hunter will get this kill with his boots. And the panda in the back line getting more damage done to this footman. All of them are down. TH is still tier 1. He had to go for a shop that cut into his tag tree. Gets an archer here. Yes, but next mana burn. The water elemental is so far away.
But he is holding on. All the meanwhile, he's not losing peasants. He's losing a couple of footies, yes, but the AM survived. The peasants survived.
Wow.
He is taking...
Mana burn kill, Breath of Fire to secure this, and there was no TP, no invul, no nothing. And now TH is really in trouble. I mean, the Demon Hunter maybe has to go back, but he finishes this one, getting closer to level 3. He's level, what is it, 2.7 already. Bought so much time. This was not an all-in push or anything. This was just a distraction push. He wanted to do damage, of course, to delay the tech of TH even further. But in the meantime, he backed this up with an expansion. There's no Nature's Blessing, so it's going to take a while to walk over to the gold mine. But only now, halfway through, is this tech. Has to invest the resources into the Archmage. Lumber mill now. Everything is late. He has super low lumber. And not too much to work with. I mean, 5 footmen. We are used to more.
But still, like, with only the footies, he's being aggressive here. Confident play even without a hero. He's trying to pressure. The AM is still gonna be gone for quite a while. As long as he can keep this expansion from coming up, it seems like he's feeling he still has a chance here. He's gonna lose one of the footies, trading it for an archer. But now will decide to run away from this. The panda may be out of mana, but the damage from the demon is scary enough to repel the footies. And the tree here will start entangling the gold mine soon. The humans tier 2 is not done yet, so it's still pretty far away for his 70 supply.
Again, TH only builds a blacksmith at his expansion, once again going for rifleman. Expansion coming up now, it's Crab Panda level 2 for him, Demon Hunter level 3, boots double circlet, well equipped, Archmage finally back to full health, catching a mana burn, but the next clarity will provide the next water elemental there.
So painful now, level 3 demon against the level 2 AM. And if he just creeps now, I mean, what else can he do? He goes for the Naga. Can he cancel the Entangled Gold Mine? I think he has to. I think he has to hope that his big 70 supply army is going to be too much for the Night Elf to deal with. As the panda keeps on creeping up, going for mercenaries as well, he finds the Belt of Giant Strength. And he is going to get this Entangling Gold Mine. Alright, that's something.
Alright. Archmage and Naga commit to this, trying to steal some creeps. We see an Ogre Mauler for life already to defend his Dryads a little bit. Archmage again under pressure. The Naga has the boots, so he has to abandon this, but yeah, he got the Entangled Goldmine, buying himself a little more time, but that was quite risky by TH, without a Town Portal, without a potion, without anything.
TH making a rare macro mistake. He is not making tier 2 buildings back at home. Wasn't quite multitasking hard enough. Now they are coming up.
Power building him.
But they're a little late here. Sanctum at the Expo and a Sanctum in the main. Is he gonna invest the time for a workshop? I think that would take too much of that time. But now the Dryad's moving forward. Seems like the Night Elf is feeling much stronger. Dispelling Water Elemental, of course, would be very nice. And the Panda is level 3 before the Archmage.
Greater mana for the Archmage is really good because the mana burns were pretty damn good so far. Archmage constantly low. And you need them, especially against mass Dryads. You need to spam Water Elementals. Mass commitment to Dryads here. I mean, it's so good. Sometimes you can even split them from the heroes and do a lot of pressure with them. He has defend now since he realized, okay, that's a mass Dryad play. Tier 3 once again delayed for that. Only 40% something now. Can he defend this at home? Riflemen are there. They are, of course, quite squishy. But the Breath of Fire was massive. No heal scroll to work with, I guess. Oh, he has one.
Use one right here. There was a lot of healing done. Panda in trouble. Oh, no staff on him, but he transfers the TP. That is going to be good enough to survive. Next volley might have killed him there. Going to get one Dryad on his way out, or lose one rather, I should say. But got one heal scroll out of the Night Elf as well. That was decent, but the AM is still only on level 2. I guess the Dryads are going to mass dispel the Water Elementals anyways, before we have a good answer to the Dryads.
First bear is coming, and I don't know if he has a depth upgrade already. If not, it's a little late, to be honest. He's creeping up. 5-5, of course, would be fantastic. LR is quite a good map with a lot of experience on it. Invul Potion, super nice. Not as nice as it would be against the Mountain King, but still something you want on your Demon Hunter. Quite a tanky Demon Hunter, almost 1k HP. And Tome of Experience, maybe. No, Tome of Knowledge only. But the expansion is up and running. We see a shop there. Scout Illusion to see, okay, what is my opponent doing? And did he do... Devotion Aura creep. Finally, Fog Lightning, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Archmage level 3 also finally. So damn late, to be honest.
TH again not going for more teams at all. He's going on long rifles upgrade, but we don't see a workshop.
Yeah, I think he has to go for a finishing blow very soon. Otherwise... I feel like this Knight is just in too good of a situation for a late game.
Mana Stone for the Panda. That is certainly an item that he likes. Mana regen and can be consumed for 300 mana. That is 4 Breaths of Fire.
Right.
And the Dryad, I like this. How he constantly splits them to scout and interfere the human. Is this already a 72 push? He lacks damage. Still, it's a few riflemen, but that's about it. No mortars, no blizzard. Is it enough? I mean,
Life was a little late to go into upkeep here. He still has quite a bit of gold to use, but only at 62 supply. And a lot of that is still stuck in buildings. We already have 70 for the humans. Some Dryads getting caught out of position, but they just barely all get away. That was very close.
everything is hurt and the shop is gone. With that, no potions anymore. Also, no... Okay, there is an Orb of Venom. Whoa, massive militia call from TH. This is so much damage. He pulled almost the entire base.
Oh my god. This is pretty much an all-in play and life. He had such strong heroes, but the cancellation of the Entangled Goldmine, the delaying of the expansion just in general, made it so that his army is much bigger. What's gonna win here? The bigger army or the stronger heroes? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, a lot of damage, but only towards peasants. Not the most valuable targets. Maybe the Berserker's gonna die here. Illusion to the front lines from the bears taking quite a bit of damage, but the real bears are very low in number. One of them is gonna die right here. As the Naga is almost gonna get level 3 here. Invul Potion popped as well on the demand. There was a heal scroll just there. Does he have one more? No, he doesn't. And this Panda still has the Mana Stone.
Okay, that's gonna be so much Breath of Fire. There's almost no block line. This is all open space for him in level 4, man. Everything is burning here. The caster army, it looks good for the Demon Hunter, but he needs something. A staff out, for example. He's trying to get a shop up for some potions here.
Oh, the Panda! The Panda's getting almost surrounded there by the peasants and the breakers. He's blocking with the breaker in the front line. He's slowed down as well by the Storks, and he's gonna die. The carry of this game will fall on level 4. That is instead level 4 for the Archmage now. And a game that looked like it was lives for the taking is slipping out of his hand, and it's GG again. TH with a 2-0 lead.
unbelievable, man. Again, you see how super close these games are and how dependent they are on the timings. Like, if it deviates like 10 seconds or whatever, the game is almost lost. But again, just as in the game against Moon, he went for such a strong push that you don't expect to be that hard at this position, or at that time, with so many militia there. Against the Panda, who was quite strong.
Yeah, man, that Mana Stone that was pretty damn fortunate, but not fortunate enough. And Life, he was slow to go into upkeep there. He was perhaps a little bit too greedy. He could have gone higher and could have had a bigger army faster. Also, the first time and only time his Entangled Goldmine got cancelled, he could have perhaps tried to scout for that. And when the human comes in, you move in to intercept this because he had a lot of Dryads at that point already, but no, he decided to creep instead.
Yeah.
So we saw a bit of greed coming out of Life there, and he got punished for that. But I think that's what was very well played by TH, finding the one way to win that game. I think if he goes for mortar teams, that takes too long.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the time to do that. And he was on the back foot for so long, losing the AM on level 2, being level 2 for ages.
He played it really smart. The harass was not as bad as it was on Amazonia. Still, if your Archmage is so low, you're forced into a shop that delays your attack. And usually if it delays your attack, then the Night Elf has so much time to go for bears. And you can't really catch up. With Life doing so many Dryads, I think, in hindsight, was a mistake.
Yeah, I think so too. If he has, like, he had that one attack next to the human base, and where he forced the first heal scroll. If he has 1 or 2 bears with Reacher there, he uses it on the heroes, and he can stay in way longer and grind out more units, and maybe even force the next heal scroll.
Yeah. Also, like, the position was so good. I mean, it's a pretty normal road for TH to go that way on the left side of Last Refuge, but the Dryads, they had to walk across the entire army, and of course the Riflemen, they were so happy, man. It's like, oh, you come closer to me, man, boom, boom, boom. And they were down to 50 HP, 50% HP each. And with that, you can't really fight if you only have 4 bear blocks or something. It doesn't really work.
And how many militia did he pull, man?
It looked like
that was
12.
So many, like a full squad. And they did a great job of like eating up the breath.
Yeah.
Because breath does not have infinite damage, even though it seems like that sometimes. It has a unit cap. And those militia, man, keeping the backline safe, because he was out of scrolls of healing. That could have turned on its head.
Yeah, if he gets like one more breath or a little bit more time, he gets Panda level 5. We saw the damage. There were all the casters there. They were exposed, and the Panda had a breath, and everything was burning, dropping low to 50%. And then the last heal scroll had so much value, man. Healed everything back up. That was pretty sick.
TH, man. He's showing up, and I must say, Life, he's making a few mistakes.
The question is, like, is TH that strong, or is Life disappointing? I mean, it's easy to say from our perspective that Life is disappointing because he gives up the games fairly fast.
I think Life is still playing well, but not as, like, incredibly powerful as in the group stages. But I think TH is making a statement here. He's playing this well. And even if he falls behind early, which happened here, he can still find the opportunity and find his win condition, basically. Yeah. I thought that was very impressive with him.
Terenas stand is next, and we have Night of Player Passion here from Francis living in Shanghai. And before the game, he said, oh, Life's going to win this 3-0.
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
And is it once again Life in the later stages of the tournament? Maybe nerves showing?
He's always so good in the groups. It's kind of reminiscent of Lalite in the qualifying process for GCS the past couple of times. Group stage, always impressive.
Yeah.
And then when it counts in playoffs.
And TH, if I'm Life here, and I'm thinking too much about the past games, which you should never do, by the way, when you're in a best of 3, best of 5, whatever, and you just lost, put that behind you, whatever. Yeah. I lost, we have a new map, new start. But if you want to think about it, TH fell behind twice. He had to cancel his entire expo attempt on AZ. Yeah. On LR, he lost his Archmage. Yeah. And he still won both games. Yeah. So, I would be getting a little afraid here. Our next map is going to be Terenas. Usually, the Warden map number 1.
Yes.
but this is life. He played the Warden before, but from what he showed, he should not play her again.
Foggy was amazing with the Warden against TH, and so chat was saying like life is disappointing because we saw that TH lost to Foggy. It's really hard to compare those games because Foggy plays entirely different than life does. Yeah. So that's a statement I wouldn't agree to this. It's barely a different matchup if you go for it.
Yeah, and just if you play Warden or Demon Hunter first, it's such a different game. Yeah. You can be so much more aggressive with the Warden, but if you use her wrong, then she's so useless. Whereas the Demon, you know, he's a jack of all trades. He's decent all the time.
Lowest APM of the quarterfinals so far, with only 235.
Still more than me.
Oh, it was evasion first, by the way. You see it here. So that's why he didn't go for the mana burn.
I wonder if he still skilled it late, because when he ran into that creep camp,
there were no misses. No misses at all.
Or that was the worst RNG ever.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. Thank you very much, Tillet, for the sub. You see it right here. Thanks for the support, guys. Of course, we appreciate this very, very much. And the game starts, of course. Takes some time, and hopefully we'll see the players again. It's quite interesting that Infi and 120 cast this game because like the Chinese gang is like TH.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Live, Infi and 120, so they are casting a pretty high stake game of their friends. So
you think they have a favorite? Infi must have TH as a favorite,
yeah.
Right? It's his favorite.
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say.
They don't really talk to them that much. So we don't know. All right. We have Twisted and Echo left. Should we go there? Twisted, historically a very good Night Elf map, but that is usually, again, good for the Warden, just like this one, just like Terenas. Is life being forced out of his comfort zone?
And is it gonna be the 4th time in a row that life has been eliminated by TH? Seems to be his nemesis. But maybe we see an unbelievable comeback. We have seen crazy shit here in Shanghai, and I wouldn't be surprised if he turns this around. Like, it would be nuts, but everything is possible as it seems here.
All right, here we go. We are on Terenas map number 3. TH's chance to make it to the semifinals already, where he would meet Focus. By the way, that will be happening tomorrow. The Night Elf is starting out with a conservative creep, not going for the greedy one at the gold mine. And if he goes for Demon Hunter here, this is super ultra conservative. We're going to have a fast Militia Scout moving out. That is, of course, required on Terenas to know when you're the human player what the Night Elf is up to. His hero will be the Archmage. This is no crazy Yumiko play with an MK first. We are staying standard, and more importantly, it is the Demon for life.
I think this map is very interesting, and scouting is super important for TH. I think he's gonna go for a farm like in this area again to see the movement of the army. Where do they go after the laboratory? And TH, I think he has shown us so many times against Remind, against basically every Night Elf in the world, that you should not try to do power creeping on TS against him, because he's the one who punishes this the most. We saw him beating top tier Night Elves in less than 6 minutes here on Terenas stand.
Yeah, absolutely, and there is the scout farm. Going to see an Ancient of War creep or an expansion, counter expansion coming up. Should life try to go for that? One thing, by the way, that Moon, who is unfortunately not in the tournament anymore, showed us that if the human goes far away from his main base, then suddenly to creep the expansion, then suddenly that main base might be in a lot of trouble with Demon Hunter, Shadow Priest, and maybe even Immolation Harass going towards the human main. And look at this creep route.
This is so weird.
I've never seen this before.
No. Going for the apprentices and then for the natural. That is...
I like it, though.
It is scouted by a Wisp, yeah, but it can't be punished at all. Lionhorn, okay. Well, it's pretty crappy, to be honest. But a lot of experience here from this spot.
Level 2 now. The demon is moving south, but he's way too late to do anything about this camp. The Unfortunates will be dead. Wisp Detonate gets rid of the Water Elemental that is more experienced towards the DH, who, by the way, really didn't find the best items. But the expansion is crept. It's gonna not quite come up yet. He's once again low on lumber, but he's gonna have lumber here shortly. He can go for the next green camp here if he wants to with the AM. And that's almost gonna be his level 3.
Something that TH prepared, especially for this tournament, as it seems, for this tournament stage. I hope Foggy is watching if he meets him later in this tournament. Hopefully. So, yeah, the Archmage is pretty cool now. Level 2.6. He has still full health. Demon Hunter is not crazy level, doesn't have crazy items. And I think it's Mana Burn Evasion build. So, he has no Mercenary Camp control here. So also no Shadow Priest or anything. I think it's pretty good for attack.
Now once again, you don't want to trade too much against this DH. He's gonna buy the boots here, sells everything, gets the boots and the staff. If he hunts down a couple of archers and he gets a few more creeps, that would be his level 3. What's the demon gonna do? He sold the cloak. Militia helping out here in the defense. He doesn't have too many footies, to be honest. 3 are low HP and huddled in the back of the base. But the demon, he's chasing the AM and not accomplishing too much.
Yeah, with boots, you can just easily run away, buy time. And the only one who wants to buy time at the moment is TH, so he's accomplishing everything he wants, basically, except level 3. But that's not too far away, still has the laboratory up.
But look at the army now, coming from the Night Elf. We have 4 archers and 2 mercenaries. This is scary.
No tower ready. Okay, you're right. Oh, Demon Hunter is super low, though. Militia have been called. He has to TP out.
Oh yeah, that's boots. He has to TP. There's no choice to be made here.
How much damage can he do with his piercing damage army now? The tower will not come up at all. He's getting 1 peasant. He's getting the second one. He might get 4. Militia support is coming. Archmage takes some sweet time.
He didn't kill the scout tower though. Might be an arcane tower soon. Tier 2 for the Night Elf is finishing up shortly. And that's probably gonna be the panda.
Demon Hunter is back. Does he have no potion, no staff, nothing? Engine of Wonders is coming up for staff and potions, I guess.
I wonder if he went for defense because he's very low on lumber. But that would be very unusual so early, of course.
Yeah, but it makes sense against this army.
There's a lot of pressure here, no question about that. The Night Elf can go for it. And TH can only dream of tier 2 at the moment, still low on lumber, and the Naga is coming from the middle.
Oh, he switches it up! This time it's right-click damage, not area of effect, and I think that suits him quite well. He loses a lot of archers, though. The positioning of the footman for TH was so good. Loses another one. He plays it so well, man. The footman positioning, insane. Look how low they all are.
The archer micro here is not the best. He lost 3 there. That could have been done better, definitely. And now the AM 4 experience away only from level 2, but also miles away from tier 2. Arcane Tower is done. That doesn't help too much against the Demon Hunter, however. The peasants are exposed. He needs more footies. He has so much gold, but no production at the moment, it seems.
Also almost supply stuck. Loses another footman here. Demon Hunter gets level 3 with this. Was not denied by TH. And also the second one, the Naga, is showing off hard.
When it turns daytime, he's going to be able to get a Zeppelin. That's going to be a big help for the human as well. Of course, there is Naga, there's range damage, there is slow as well with a cold arrow.
There's still no tier 3 tech for life.
Archmage, what are you doing?
Also, okay, there's the shop, I see. Tier 2 tech has started, but still no tier 3 tech for life, and also no counter expansion. What is he doing?
Is he just all-inning this? All-in against this play?
More militia being called. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I guess he wants to buy time for some healing. Trying to go first round, didn't really work.
Can easily find it out, of course, with such a strong force. In the middle, we have an Ancient of Wind. It's a Naga.
Whoa!
Talent push. We haven't seen that in a long time. Against that, you need towers. Do I have a lumber mill coming up somewhere? We don't have. Not yet. Footies in the back here are in trouble as well. They want to get one more kill. Just one more kill for the level up for the Archmage. But the staff out saves the Shadow Priest.
But can he save the Berserker as well? He's trying with right clicks against the Archmage again. Slow. There's finally the level 3. Saves him for now. Naga almost surrounded there. Slips through though and gets the potion. Standing right next to the shop. This Archmage has to be careful.
Stressful game for TH, man. He has to put out fires left, right, and center.
He's losing so many archers again.
Why is he not using this regen scroll on the AM, dude? So scary.
Playing with fire.
There we go, finally has it. Tier 2 for him is getting close to completion with the second hero and the potions. This gets a lot easier. We have another Arcane Tower coming up in the back at the expansion for TH. Still no Lumber Mill. He has seen the talent. He has seen the talents. How can you not go for that Lumber Mill?
With the slow and the magic damage and Fury Fire, this is so easy to kill the Footman now, and life is progressing here. The second Arcane, yeah, what can the Arcanes do? They will be killed by the talents as well. And I was thinking about it in the break, between the second and third game, like, he's always crushed when he can't delay TH for long, or when TH has a 70 supply army, then try to push in with the talents. But now he's losing so many units again.
Almost get another archer here. And this Demon Hunter needs to start burning this AM. Gonna have a Water Elemental again soon. Life not having the best overview in this game. It seems the Naga dropping low next to the shop though. Should certainly buy a potion. Should have the overview for this and will.
Oh, the Naga for TH is coming, and she can pick up at least 3 units there. But could also be picked up herself. Usually when we see Naga versus Naga, one of them dies.
Oh, and Arcane Sanctums are coming up in the main. Once there is a good number of breakers, this is gonna be held.
Yeah. Exactly. Breaker's immune to magic damage, to piercing damage, he can't really do too much as well. Arcane Tower, though, falls. Mass repair, this is so costly.
Oh my god, so many kills!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills. Oh my god, almost level 4 there. Naga, that was the first attack. Naga, we saw it. One of the Nagas might fall. Staff out though. He blocks himself. Oh no! The Demon Hunter gets easy right clicks here. Awesome Michael with the archer there, blocking the way again. That's level 4 on the Demon Hunter. So much sustain now.
It may have been a hero, but it was still 4 kills for 1. It's only a level 1 hero. She's gonna be back soon. He has bought time for the Sanctums. The breakers are coming out, and I think he held this.
This could be game, man. The kills from the Naga. He was passive enough and patient enough to wait with the Naga here until the big threat is over, and a lot of stuff is heard from the tower, from everything, from water elementals, whatever was there. And then, when he saw the opportunity, yeah, the Naga moved in, and that is enough. Life is out. TH advances, and we will see TH versus Focus in the semi-final. Second best run for TH in GCS already. And he's getting closer to the World Championship that he wants to have so bad. It's been 4 years since he sat on the throne. And again, Life overperforming in the group stage, underperforming in the playoffs. The hype was undeserved.
Yeah, everyone was saying he's gonna get to the final. Not so fast. TH had something to say about it. And actually, it was the Orc Mirror, which lasted way longer than the Night Elf versus Human. Who would have thought that? Of course, 3-0 will help with that.
Passion, do you want to say something about the games?
No, not really.
I'm
surprised I can get this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Life.
They don't hear you. You have to.
Come on. Say hello.
Hello, guys. So, as I said, 3-0 as expected. I thought Life would play much better than this, honestly.
Yeah.
I heard they were saying that he caught a cold, so maybe he was not in the best condition to play.
Yeah, it seemed a little weird. Like map number 1, he repelled the first expansion attempt, but then his tech seemed to be so late. Map number 2, he seemed to be a decent way to win that game.
Number 2 is
Last Refuge. He
killed
killed the
AM
Archmage. But I think TH did a really good job using his footies and militia well, keeping the peasants safe at the expansion. And then cancelling the Entangled Gold Mine bought him so much time.
Yeah,
maybe he should have tried to pick off the approaching footmen better. And also very late to go into upkeep. But I think TH did that very well. And map number 3.
I think it was kind of desperate. Like 2-0 last map, okay, I'll just go talents. Don't you think? It feels kind of desperate.
Yeah. I guess there's an opening there with the Expo being so approachable.
Yeah.
That's a very unusual creep route we saw from the Human, going for the Wizards and then going for the Natural. If you expect that's coming, how can you punish that when you're the Night Elf?
You mean when the expansion, the creep route is different?
Yeah, like when the Human creeps like that. Like for example,
maybe go mass interests.
But I mean, the Expo's going to be done by then. I think maybe if you have a Wisp scouting and you see the AM takes out the Wizard camp first, that already is weird. He's usually always going to go for the lab.
Yeah.
So when you see that, maybe you just pick up the item with your demon and then run down right away.
Yeah,
and maybe then you're in time to do something about it. Yeah,
On
Warden,
TS, I think it's better than TH.
of course, but you have to be comfortable with a Warden, and he really didn't seem.
But
to
you were
be
right
comfortable.
earlier when you said this textbook night of always DH, always Panda, except for the last map. Yeah.
And he looked so strong within the group stage, but once again in the later
that's why
rounds,
I thought it was going to be 3-0, maybe 3-1 for life, but not 3-0 for TH.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect that at all, so a bit of a disappointment for me at least.
yeah. And that means we are halfway done with our games for today. Lolite versus Czech is going to be our next one, and Foggy versus Romantic going to be the last for the day.
So
And,
it's sure they're going to be playing tonight?
it's not. If it's going to get too late, then Foggy's game will be delayed until tomorrow, but we don't know about that yet. But I think first now we go into a bit of a break to give you guys a bit of a catch of breath as well. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes with Lolite versus Czech in the Night of Mirror.